apart from the yellow jacket, you also had to end up wearing a gas mask for probably about 95% of your time there. How was
Yeah.
that? Did that get irritating after a while? Because I've worn one like in museums and stuff, and they're a nightmare. I can't imagine
Yeah.
having to film in one.
Yeah. Do you know what? Wasn't very. It wasn't necessarily uncomfortable by any means. I remember it had a very sort of distinct smell that I can even sort of recall from now. But I don't actually think it was I don't think it was actually a real gas mask. I think it was it was just sort of a reconstructed one made out of rubber with literally the filter bit at the bottom was literally just sort of a bit of plastic with some holes in. So it wasn't necessarily uncomfortable. Obviously, I'm sure you can imagine the old eye lenses were steaming up quite a bit, especially on the cold nights. But it wasn't necessarily uncomfortable. But as I say, I just remember that distinctive smell that I can still smell it to this day.
Mm. So on the subject of kind of the props and the gas mask, obviously there are a lot of actors who, once they go on a big show like Doctor Who or Star Wars, they often manage to, say, keep something like a piece of costume or a prop. Did you get a chance to keep anything from your time on the show?
Yeah, I'm sure it won't matter now, but there was a gentleman there. It was the nicest bloke, and for the life of me, I couldn't tell you his name now because I haven't got a clue. But it was a really nice chap. He really looked after me on set, and I remember once we'd finished filming, we sort of had obviously all the caravan type sets that we'd all be in with hair and makeup and whatnot. And we'd finished filming. We was in there, sort of said goodbye to everyone. Off walking to the car with my mum. And this chap with, as I say, I can't remember his name, but a lovely fella. He had long hair with a great big beard, and he come out to me and said, "Oh yeah, take the mask with you." And I had the gas mask with me, and I think there may have been a couple of them, but I had a gas mask with me. And do you know what? It breaks my heart to this day because I wish I could, but I moved probably a few years after filming, and for the life of me, I've no idea where the gas mask has gone. I've lost it completely, so I'm a bit glad about that. But,
the follow-up question to that was going to be, go and get the gas mask.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I wish I could. Honestly, yeah. So it breaks my heart the fact that I haven't got that anymore because it's quite obviously for me as well. It's really quite nostalgic, and as I say, that smell of it that would definitely bring back some memories. But yeah, it's a real shame.
Before you lost a gas mask, did you ever get a chance to, say, reprise a role for like a Halloween party or anything like that? Because you'd win trick-or-treating if you dressed up as the empty child.
Yeah, do you know what? I did. I had. I think it must have been like a one of those book days that you get at school, and I did rock up to school once in my the full get up. I mean, at the time, it wasn't a massive deal to a lot of the kids in my school. I mean, they definitely was quite impressed that I was on the telly, but not a lot of my friends were sort of really interested in Doctor Who as such. But I remember sort of sitting there in assembly, and my head teacher's up there sort of talking and saying whatever he's saying, and he sort of sat there and he's looking around at everyone dressed up, and I'm sitting sort of up near the front, and he sort of looked at me and pointed and just sort of chuckled to himself. And yeah, that was the only time I've really put the costume back on, really.
That must have been petrifying for your poor head teachers, looking to a crowd of people dressed up as, I imagine, Blue
Bear. So you talk about how obviously there were kids who knew that you were on telly after the episode came out, and how that was they thought that was pretty cool. Were you able to tell anyone about what happened in the episode before it came on TV, or did you have to kind of